kidding me.
Hurricane, a tidal wave. Essence perfect, life looks brilliant. Give me more of this. I'm out of control, about to blow, and I've been caught in the undertow. So toxic, but I can't get enough. You're firing me, firing me. Yeah, you're firing me, firing me. You got me hypnotized. Push me out of myself. You got me hypnotized. I can see, I can hear, going crazy, but the light has got me hypnotized. You got me hypnotized. Can get you out of my hand again. Is it wrong? Is it right? It's like I've won my final war without a fight. I'm out of control, about to blow. I've been caught in the undertow. Toxic, but I can't get enough. You bury me, bury me. I know you bury me, bury me. You got me hypnotized. Push me out of myself. You got me hypnotized. I can see, I can hear, going crazy, but the light has got me hypnotized. You got me hypnotized. Get you out of my head. Get you out of my head.
Please note.
Never gonna stop, never gonna change, never gonna do the things you say. I run my own way to get there. Fools are calling that I don't seem to care. In the air, no more crowd, just the opposite kind of few clouds. So tell me this time is coming, I'm sick of all your lies. Why don't you try to be wise? Now that I need you, why? Just to feel like I'm fading. And though my heart breaks a beat of time, I press the lens just to tell you, don't lead the way, don't even say that I go with a color play in the rain. I feel like I'm fading.
Please note.
Hi, you know, we're gonna go with this one. Hi, I'm the quarterback you never find for your shopping cart at Aldi, Jose Gonzalez.
And Lizzie McGuire, you're an outfit repeater. Auntie Collins.
And you guys are watching the Mother Tuck and Post show, where apparently I could not think of a good intro this week. So you know what that means. If you have a problem with that, you could always tweet us at Hulk Hogan. Let's see. I'm so low. Oh God, that's
Every
not
time.
good. Settings.
Every time. Yeah, we're just gonna. Me and Trixie, we're
Also-
just the same.
Yes, thank you for pointing out the volume, Michael. This should be better. I'm good, Bobby. How are you? Sunny days, dreaming those clouds away. You know. Let's see. Hopefully this is better. I think I took off like the automatic like echo cancellation things, so I
Yeah.
actually had to, you know, adjust my volume,
Yeah.
which is rare for me because you know Collins and I, we have the gift of gab. Like we dynamics, we don't know her.
What? Volume control?
No, and like I was a brass player growing up too, so like the only thing I knew was fortissimo. So
Oh,
it was either
so-
let's get loud or let's smoke some loud, if you know what I mean. So
Listen, I'm one of 5 kids in the middle. Someone had to let them know that I was drowning.
Damn it, that should have been your intro. I'm one of 5 kids in the
Instead of with an accent, I'm one of 5 kids. Someone had to scream to let them know I'm drowning.
And I'm the last Ring of Honor post-show podcast standing. Auntie Collins.
Oh, at this point,
I don't know how you guys still do it.
They just keep digging further away.
Exactly. Thank you, Mom.
They said the bottom. Oh, we're not there yet.
The fact that you're still not there yet, like, how much lower can they go?
I don't know. They keep defining it.
You know, it is what it is, but you know, we're going to talk about a program that we actually enjoyed this week. So, I mean, we have a jam-packed episode of RuPaul's Drag Race to go over, where we had one of the, I would say the most anticipated mini challenges, if not the most anticipated mini challenge of the season to discuss, which for those of you that are newer to the Drag Race world because of us, let's see. Oh, if you keep resetting the bar, then you never sink to the lowest point.
You can't
So,
ever.
do they reset the bar every time Jericho wins the belt, or?
I mean, they can't say that they're not innovative. They just keep inventing new lows.
I mean, they're certainly unique, and they got the nerve. They're hoarding the talent, but I don't know about that charisma.
Oh.
Ring of Honor is just unt.
I mean,
Jericho
it starts.
created the bar system.
See you next Thursday. That's all they know.
I see what you did there. But aside from the woe is Ring of Honor, how are you this week, Collins?
It's been a week for sure. Started off a little too wild for my liking. However, if you are keeping track of the GoFundMe of my friend that posted, we have successfully gotten his dog fostered, and he had his first grooming in, like, I don't know, probably a year, which is for a schnauzer, they should be groomed like every 6 weeks. The poor guy, his mats, he's overweight, all the things. So definitely getting him through everything, but he seems to be adjusting, and he's so happy with his new place. So
yes, and also definitely check Colin's Twitter for like everything about the fundraiser link too as well too. So, and how you could stay in tune and, you know, support a really good cause, because Lord knows the way things are going around here, the best thing that we could do is support each other while we still have each other, because God damn, is it getting scary down here.
I know.
Yeah.
Wow.
And that's just Corey King's design look.
Listen, the hem isn't even finished, so
You sound like you're describing me. You need to be groomed every 6 weeks, overweight, and that's my hair. I mean, I'm overdue for a haircut. So,
I'm overdue.
I mean,
I'm over here trying to adjust my bangs so it's not sticking to my mascara.
Yeah.
Although that's a look, if I do say so myself.
Yeah.
But
apparently it was a toot. Because I heard someone's car horn, and I don't know if it was
Oh!
on yours.
I think someone in our parking lot. Yeah.
I was going to say, maybe sound effects lady, do I have at least one number right?
Yeah. Listen, if the bikers go by, they usually go by on Sunday mornings, but for the past 8 weeks, he's been playing the Bruno Mars Lady Gaga song, blasting while he does donuts around our parking lot. The
Donuts to die with a smile?
Exactly. He's going through something for sure.
Yeah, I feel like that's not the song to do donuts to. Like, that's the song that you sob into your donut holes, but I wouldn't do like donuts on a motorbike.
Oh, listen. It's and it comes through so loud because it's the parking lot is right here, and he's just going around in a circle, and it's almost like everybody can sing along. All right, it's karaoke segment of Wrestling Made Me Cry. Let's go. But
I mean, to be fair, that is kind of a fitting song to play during Wrestling Made Me Cry because it's either the wrestling's going to get you or the song is.
I mean, why not both?
Yeah.
Por
Yeah.
qué no los dos?
Yeah, true. I mean, we have a full episode, so I mean, we got to get into what we survived last week. I mean, Corey King, by the skin of her teeth, well, not by the lace of her wig, survived the lip sync last week, and Acacia forgot, did sashay.
Bye. Bye, bitch. Bye. Bye. I'm so glad you're gone. Although, I kind of
Sorry
felt
about the cystic
bad.
fibrosis. Glad you're gone.
Sorry you have a terminal illness.
Oh, that's going to be a soundbite.
At 10 minutes and 40 seconds.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if we were worried about the Mother Tuck and Post show getting renewed for season 2, I don't know.
I'm ready for season 2 if you're ready.
Season 2, Electric Boogaloo. But yeah, I mean, so we get back to the workroom. Everybody is in their feelings about this challenge. Sam Starr, coming off of her win in the Rusical for her role as Cher as the Wicked Witch of the East. And
now,
of course,
how come when these bitches get a win, they're like, I'm the best ever, la 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 la, and everyone's looking at them like,
well,
delusion is what.
this might be the most delusional cast of RuPaul's Drag Race we've had in a long time. Which work, by the way, because I mean, you kind of have to be delusional to be a drag queen to begin with, let alone the fact that you were on like the most tense like competition series that we have in drag.
I mean, for $200,000, I'll be delusional too.
Yeah, and a year's supply of Anastasia Beverly Hills Cosmetics, but the problem is that you got to make sure that their collections actually have your shade in them. So poor Anya wins. Maybe we get a shade expansion.
Is that why so many white queens have won?
You know, we got to switch up the cosmetic sponsor on the U.S. seasons because I've seen like on the international ones they've had NYX, they've had like other like well-known brands. I feel like we need to like up it a little bit. Give us like a Makeup Forever. Give us like some of the like tried and true. Like give us a MAC. I mean, we've seen MAC on the international seasons too. Like why not?
Why the fuck not? Because if there's anything that MAC Cosmetics needs, is good PR.
Now, watch it be something dumb where like we raise the price for season 18 to $250,000, but it's a year supply of Elf.
Well, listen, Mama,
I mean,
because
Elf formulas have gotten very good. That's not a knock on Elf. It's just how do you go from prestige to drugstore?
I mean, if I count how many products are in my collection that I use pedestrian wise, Elf is my go-to.
Yeah.
But if I want, I mean, I have Makeup Forever Skin today. I have NARS blush on today. I have Urban Decay. You know, like I'm needing this makeup to last me until 1 a.m. So
yeah. It has
long
its place.
wear.
I mean, most of my skincare is Elf, so I can't complain about that. Elf in the
Yeah. Elf has fantastic, like, I think they have fantastic lip products. I think they have fantastic eyebrow products and their skin. Oh,
I feel like the brow products, it depends on the look you're going for. Like, if you want, like, true lamination, then, yeah, get the brow lift. I just preferred, like, a little bit of hold and, like, structure. So I feel like their brow products don't work for me. That's kind of why I went R80 with mine. So.
See, I like Elf has like a felt tip pen that kind of helps fill in because I have, laminated brows, and I also have the tattooed eyebrows. So mine is very natural. So if you're looking for natural, Elf is your girl. But I've never seen a natural drag queen.
Yeah, I was gonna say, speaking of natural beauty, let's go back to RuPaul's Drag Race, where we're talking about how Ariette's in her feels saying like how Sam didn't deserve to win, and just basically saying that like while she's feeling her oats, like if you interrupt her, she's gonna stop. To which Sam Starr clocked it immediately.
Yep.
Like, what did you say? And then Ariette trying to be all like boys in and brave, like she repeats herself. It's like, girl, It doesn't make what you had to say fascinating or interesting. Also doesn't change the fact that she had like a major role and you were in a trio. And you couldn't even stick out in the trio.
Whoop. Whoop.
Like, just remember, there's a reason why someone had a melody and you had a harmony.
You can hide behind things and turn the volume down if you're on harmony.
Yeah. I mean, it'd be like that sometimes. But I mean, we do also feel like the stress starting to sink in of Corey King, second time in the bottom lip syncing. And we also know that, I mean, we're at the halfway point of the season. So after this, we have another 7 episodes left, including the finale.
Okay, but I feel like we're because there were 2 episodes where Queens didn't go home, plus a double premiere. I feel like it's like the halfway was like 2 episodes ago. That's how it feels. But I guess not.
It's also the thing of like, I understand why we do like 14 queens with like a couple like double like win episodes, but like say what you want about season 15, having 16 girls, yeah, it's a lot. That the pacing that season, because people were going home literally every fucking week until like the week before the finale. That's the pacing I like. I wish they had a good edit to begin with, because I've not gone back and watched the extended cuts of those episodes. Thanks, Todrick Hall, for fucking nothing. But I mean, just like, I'm just saying, like, season 15, if it had like the true Drag Race edit, it would have been like the greatest season of all time. It's still one of the greatest. I have to get going. Oh yes, thank you, Bobby. Enjoy your anniversary. Enjoy the misses. Yes. But I mean, we have so much to get into. It's a new day in the workroom. Do we have a piggy of the week from the Rusical?
I can't even think that far back. Jewel Sparkle? Sparkles.
The Good Witch. Yes, that was. Ooh, I feel like my piggy got to be on your nerve.
Yeah.
Like, just like the track that she had to learn was by far the most rigorous, but also the most successful. I feel like the only reason they didn't give her the win was because it took her a little bit longer to get there.
Yeah.
Which I totally understand. Like, but either way, it was an outstanding performance, and I feel like it deserves the praise that it might not have gotten with a challenge win. But hey, we have multiple queens with 2 wins, and not much else aside from Lexi Love's win all the way back in week 2, which was the second half of the talent show. So
that's so long ago, man.
Yeah.
Jeez.
God, I mean, that's a few book signings ago. A couple Bobs ago.
2 book tours ago. Come on.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you know what? She could thank her lucky stars that she's still here today, because we are getting into this week's mini challenge. So in the grand tradition of Paris is Burning, the library is officially opened because reading is what?
Fundamental.
Yes. So for those of you that don't really know, the concept of reading when it comes to like drag and ballroom is just creatively insulting your sisters in a humorous way. So like, I'm trying to, but you could also read other people that aren't like your friends and just basically just insult them. So like, I'm trying to think, who could we read? Oh, Chris Jericho, the face of Ring of Honor, but never the body.
He's barely the face because his hairline just keeps receding.
Yep. I mean, Chris Jericho, how could you be a flat earther but not have a flat torso? I mean, just the math ain't mathin'.
I mean, his chest is concave enough, so.
Yeah. And that's saying something because we've watched Kofi Kingston over the years. Although, to be fair, his chest collapsed in a match from a chop. So
that's fair. But you know what also collapsed? His wife on January 6th.
2021, to be fair, yes.
2021, yeah.
You know, because a lot of things have happened on January 6th over the years. You know, I mean, we had Punk and Rollins this past January 6th. Oh, God. I feel like January 6th is just not a good day unless, like, we talk about the fact that it's, like, Three Kings Day. And so if you're Puerto Rican, it's a good day because it's traditional. But, yeah.
It's the day I got engaged.
Love that for you. But to be fair, you married a Hispanic man. So, like, it's a good day for him in general.
Exactly.
So, by proxy, you are now one of us. So, make sure you have your 2 boxes with some fruit under your bed.
Oh,
January 6th. Hi, Darian. Yes. No, I mean, y'all, we are going to get into... God, what else could we read? Because, I mean, some of the reads in the reading challenge were not that good, so I'm trying to think.
I mean, poor Arietti. It's not funny.
No.
She's I don't think she would know comedy if it hit her in the nose, you know?
No. I mean, Arietti looks like she would be asking for her line while she brushed the line on her nose for her makeup, so...
Who are some of your favorite past readers?
Oh gosh. I mean, there's so many. I feel like, God, what is my favorite reading challenge? I mean, Jinx on All Stars 7 is a good one.
Mhm.
Roger, you've always been like a you've always been like a ma, you've always been like a grandmother to me. Let's see. There's Kylie Sonique Love from All Star 6. Ginger Minge, bitch, you are shaped like a deep breath. Trixie on All Stars 3. Aja, you're beautiful, you're gorgeous, you look like Seal. Katya on All Stars 2. Roxy Andrews, I think about you all the time, especially in the mornings at the bus stop. I will let you guys Google that lore because it's actually quite grave humor.
I forget who said something about if you start drowning in the ocean, don't worry, your silicone floats.
Yeah. Oh God, wait, Lucy LaDuca reading Mistress Isabel Brooks. I mean, you know, like you're always getting read for wearing those kitten heels on the runway, but it's not her fault. They start out as stilettos.
Oh, legendary.
More like
Legs
and dairy.
and dairy. Oh,
God, I'm trying to think. Who could we read that like truly deserves it?
so I wrote down a couple, but one of them was Pandora's Box to the other Tyra, the Who Shall Not Be Named.
Mm-hmm.
If you're America's sweetheart, then America needs a heart transplant.
Which is good.
Which,
yeah. Oh God, there was All Stars 4 where Valentina looks at Latrice Royale and says, "Rue, Mystique was a mistake."
oh,
Gosh. God. Okay, but long story short, we got to focus on this week's reading challenge. So some of the hits were Susie Toot talking about Lexi Love saying, like, just talking about like alcoholism. Basically saying like you're only a few steps away from where you want to be in the competition. 12 steps to be exactly. There's not a harder working person than Lexi Love's liver. And then the one to Lana Jarre, because like they're playing on the all you could do is laugh. She said all you can do is disappoint the judges. Lydia Butthole Collins reading her partner Corey King saying, "While you're my top, you'll always be in the bottom to the judges," which subtle foreshadowing is all.
yeah.
I feel like some of the reads could have been a little bit better this year, but it is what it is.
Do you think that they get someone to help them, or do you think that they're pre-written for them?
I don't think so, because I feel like they saved the written stuff for the roast, which is actually next week's challenge. But I feel like for the reading challenge, some stuff you can't prepare.
Right.
I mean, case in point, Arietti. Girl. Arietti in the reading challenge is the definition of great gowns, beautiful gowns. Quite literally.
Oh, I mean, it just, at least she's consistent, because baby Cupid was so bad, and now we know why.
Yeah. I mean, at the end of the day, Susie Toot wins the reading challenge, which I think, yeah, sure. I feel like if we got to see more of Sam Star and more of Anya Nerve, it would have been probably them.
I want to see, give me it unedited. Leave the F slurs in there. Like, you know that there are. Come on.
Yeah, I was going to say, like, Of all the shows to say that word on, RuPaul's Drag Race, even if you censor it, they don't say it.
Yeah, they don't say
And they've said some fucked up shit over the years, but the F slur is where they draw the line.
I know.
On the gayest program on television. That's not on Fox News.
Oh, they both are competing for most makeup used in one.
Yeah, but the Drag Race girls actually know how to paint.
Oh, those Republican girl makeup TikToks.
That's one of my favorite trends.
Takes me out. Takes me out.
It's not even so much like the products, it's just the over application and just I haven't seen people like fail at matching their true skin tones since like the last time I saw someone do like UK glam.
I was gonna say they learned about Dream Matte Mousse and stopped there.
See, you say this, but I saw someone post a video of them using Dream Matte Mousse and it actually looked good on them.
What? Do they have an undertone of orange?
No, it was an ebony queen who left her makeup in like Texas or whatever for a conference, and she picked it up out of nostalgia, but the shade match was on fucking point.
Wow.
Who would have thought the Dream Matte Mousse in the year 2025 had the range?
The fact that it's still in production means that someone is buying
Who is using it?
I swear that was the reason why I had makeup. And if you are unfamiliar, please go use Google. Leave us open, obviously, but use Google and look at Dream Matte Mousse. And it's
By
this
Maybelline.
thick, yes, by Maybelline. It's this thick plaster texture. Like, I don't even know. It is like
it's kind of like chocolate mousse, yeah.
Yeah, it is like chocolate mousse, that consistency, but it's like liquid plaster when you put it on your face.
And it's also somehow very matte.
Yeah, so matte. Like blended to a wall matte. But on skin like mine, it even though that you pick up
and put Auntie's martini on it.
But I use Shave Ivory because clearly but for some reason it made me look like a penny. Like that's how orange. Yeah. Bitch, look how fucking orange you look. That was me, and I had a line.
I mean, we were kind of talking about it, but just like drugstore products in general are not really known for their shade range aside from like fucking L'Oreal True Match.
L'Oreal is, for me, they know their demographic. They know what the trends are. I'm always impressed with a L'Oreal product, you know.
And it used to be CoverGirl for so long too, especially when they still had CoverGirl Queen.
Yeah.
And then they nixed that, and they're just not really doing anything with their base shades now. Like I could understand like if you're gonna truly integrate like deeper shades into like every product, but there's still so many glaring omissions. Like it shouldn't have to be left up to like certain brands like a Black Radiance or a Juvia's Place to like really have like enough deep shades. It should be the standard that anybody can go into any store and find something for their complexion.
Mm-hmm.
Fozzie Bear Jones over here. Oh, I didn't realize that Taz was playing the role of Auntie's Martini today. If we get into something about a yam bag, I don't know what I'm going to do.
We were talking about this this last week of wrestlers you didn't know were white. And Taz is number one for me. I did not know that was a Caucasian man.
Hispanic or some shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well,
things you learn
every day.
Yeah.
God, I'm trying to think of what other wrestlers I didn't know were white. If you really call them that, I don't know. It'll come to us. I'm sure.
I mean, some of those spray tans tell on them, so
True.
Looking like hot dogs over here.
Yeah. What? See, I thought Taz was Puerto Rican. I mean, I think it's like also the New Yorker thing because it's so densely Puerto Rican over there.
Mm-hmm.
But it's also very Italian, apparently. But nonetheless, we find out that this week's Maxi challenge, as we are a half hour into the show, we're really doing great here. We're getting another design challenge. Yay. I mean, it is what it is, but I'm glad that this one is the one that we got. I mean, it is going to be 3 different looks from the Betsey Johnson collection that these queens are going to be crafting from materials provided in the workroom, with the added bonus that Betsey Johnson is not only going to help them with their workroom walkthroughs for the design challenge, but also the special guest judge for the week. So, Auntie Collins, your thoughts on Betsey Johnson?
As a person, fantastic. 82 years old, this woman. 82, and she looks like that, and she's still doing splits.
Nimble as hell. Like, I mean, we were talking about this during On a Ramble. I can't do the Disney knees no more. And this heifer's getting on stage, busting down a whole ass split like it's nothing.
I have to tell you, sometimes when I'm on panels with straight people and things like Disney knees comes up and they're like another
favorite part
language.
was just like Melba Collins going through like every phase, like, huh? It's like, oh,
is that a dance? Oh, it's like, no, I wasn't gonna stand up and do the Disney knees over here because,
well, I mean, to be fair, your Disney knee is also injured.
yeah. I was about to say they would be watching the first time someone on a Ring of Honor podcast took themselves out.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, no more self-harm, please. Watching Ring of Honor is enough
for one show. No, I swear I would have felt a crack in my hip. I would have fallen. The dogs would be trampling my body, and then I would have succumbed to my injuries, you know?
Yeah. You know, very, very Final Destination tease.
Yes. Were you a Betsey Johnson girly in the early 2000s? Because I was. And
See, I feel like I didn't really find out much about Betsey Johnson until like my teen years, so like late 2010s. Like, I love the fact that like nothing that she makes looks like anything else. Like, it's truly its own category of fashion, and it embraces everything all at once. Like, when I think of Betsey Johnson, I think maximalism. I think of like things that are going to catch your eye, things that are so unafraid to break the norm and look great doing it.
And yeah, it's so complimentary to itself. And one thing, especially for me in like the early 2000s, is I was definitely a put everything on and see what works, right? I'm wearing leggings on top, under skirts with tutus on top. I wore a tutu with so many freaking pedestrian outfits because I just needed a little bit of flair. I'm like, that is so a Betsey Johnson thing.
Mm-hmm.
And people in my high school were over here in Cookie Monster pajama pants and an oversized sweatshirt, and I'm dancing the hallways in maximalism. My mom going, wouldn't you just want to fit in a little bit? Like, you'd be bullied less, you know?
Like, my thing is also like, I don't know who started this whole like pajama pants as like school attire thing.
Yeah.
Can they fuck off?
Yeah.
Because I could never get away with that shit. Like, I actually had to
know.
dress myself and look somewhat presentable. I say as I entered junior year high school, going through an Angry Birds graphic T-shirt phase. I'm so glad I don't have pictures from that era.
I would get dress coded all the time when I would try to wear pedestrian outfits, because pedestrian outfits are made for pedestrian people. Mm-hmm. And I, unfortunately, were given these honking barrels on my chest with no idea how to use them, but I would wear a simple scoop neck top and I would be sent to the principal's office. So I said, you know what? You want me to wear a bunch of clothes? I'm going to wear a bunch of clothes. And I'm over here layering things. And I feel like Betsey Johnson was, for me, one of the first designers that incorporated people of all genders and all body types.
Yep.
And she did it in such a fun and youthful way that it makes you excited about what you're wearing. And F you to anyone who ever minimized people who wanted to dress like that. Because
damn legging, essentially. I mean, y'all can't help the anatomy that you were given.
Exactly. Ugh.
But, like, real talk, though, like, we also find out that Betsey Johnson was the first designer to have trans women walking in her shows.
things I didn't know, which I absolutely love.
But it also is like unsurprising in the best way because, like, oh, of course Betsey Johnson would do that because she's been such a trailblazer and a deviant of like anything. Like, it's not even a counterculture thing. It's like embracing different things and trying to get it added to the zeitgeist. That's what
Yeah.
we like.
I do have to say though, the Betsey Johnson jewelry that came out turned my neck green because I didn't know that you're not supposed to like shower with it. You're supposed to actually like take it off.
Yeah, wasn't it costume jewelry?
Yes, costume. And I'm over here thinking that it's an heirloom, so I can.
Well,
But
you know what
Not-
it was? Even at an early age, you were holding space for the lyrics of Defying Gravity.
that is something that I would do because, well, I'm in my own world, bitch.
But yeah, so we find out that this week there are 3 categories that the girls are going to be working on for their looks. We have grunge punk flappers, we have Betsey's prom, and we have prenup. So of the 3 that were given out for the queens to divvy themselves up amongst, which one gravitated to you the most?
See, the grunge one is very Betsey Johnson, but I would have loved to see better prom looks. You know, like I love an 80s prom. Give me flouncy, ridiculous, you know, out of the box, but yeah, I probably would have, well, but then I love the prenup one because it really is like I'm marrying you knowing that you're going to be my my ex-husband. But I mean, I would have had.
Like, oh, go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna say I would have had more fun with the grunge, but if I wanted a challenge, I would have challenged myself with either the prom or the prenup.
Well, also like the thing with prenup is just like another take on bridal, so like they could really go like dark bride like poisoning her husband because obviously the prenup means that you're not going to get anything if you divorce, so you got to take care of him with some natural causes. But I mean, like, I feel like the thing that like I'm surprised that no one went for, especially with like the prom or the prenup category, is like we've seen like so many like dress variations like in a design challenge. If we're talking Betsey Johnson, flip that shit on its head. I want to see a tuxedo.
Ooh,
Like, I want like someone to give me like Janelle Monáe's like very much like of that ilk of like counter like the expectations, but also like still make it draggy, like over exaggerate like proportions, like have the body to go underneath it, like still make it glam, but like I mean it doesn't always have to be a dress,
right.
especially Hoochie Mama dress, which we will get into. But we start out with Susie Toot winning her reading challenge. She gets her first dibs. So, to the surprise of no one, Susie Toot gravitated towards the punk grunge flappers, which Sam Starr clocked in her confessional. She then passes the baton over to Lydia Butthole Collins, who also chooses punk grunge flappers. And to the surprise of everybody, Lydia does not choose Corey King to go next. She chooses Lexi Love. To which, like, Susie's like saying, "Isn't your boyfriend gonna be mad?" And then you just see Lydia go like, "Oh fuck."
Oh fuck.
So that was fun. And then we have Lexi Love who chooses prenup, and then we also see that Jules is gonna be rounding out the punk grunge flappers group. Sam Starr and Arietti are gonna make their way over to the prenup, and then rounding out Betsy's prom, we have Corey King, Lana Jarre, and Anya Nerve. To which RuPaul says, "Oh, we getting racial in here." What school did y'all go to? Martin Luther King?
The way that it was under Rue's breath, I was fully expecting that to not be in the cut.
On the last day of Black History Month, no less.
Oh, oof, oof.
You know, the jokes write themselves, but I mean, we have our 3 distinct categories. I like when we have different looks for a runway where it doesn't have to be a full-on ball where you're making all 3 looks. So it's a nice little division, you know, 9 queens. Things are going to kind of simmer out. I mean, we get into the making of the garments. I think the big storyline of this episode is obviously Corey King, a designer. She is not. She got clocked for wearing short hoochie dresses the whole time. So when she's talking to Betsy and Rue,
And the same shoes.
she had like this beautiful design like made because she had an animation background. Then she's like, you know, I gotta change it. I'm gonna make like a gown, and then eventually we find out she says, "Fuck the gown. I'm making the short dress," which it is what it is. I know, like, it's always interesting with a design challenge because even to this day, we have the third design challenge of the season, and you still have bitches that can't sew.
They can't sew. But Betsey Johnson is the perfect design challenge for that because she's putting safety pins on things using duct tape. Like,
She said, "I don't care if you got to glue it, you got to staple it, do what you got to do."
yeah, which is incredible. And why limit to yourself to be like, well, I'm just going to make a tube.
Well, and then we also like have like the one maximalism goes too far. Because I mean, we also do kind of get into like the whole like onion for her dress. Like she's thinking like this bow like going all the way down the front, but like also making sure like they adhere, which is proving to be a bigger challenge. We have Lydia was thinking like something very drapey, very loose, like we've seen from her in multiple looks, and just kind of like Rue saying like, I mean, don't be afraid to like mix up the silhouette a little bit, make sure like you have a good fit to it, you know, like just not let it be so dangly, like if it doesn't need to be. But I mean, those are all just kind of like the famous last words things because we will see shortly what these girls are cooking up. I mean,
And is it too late in the competition to be asking like to the sewers and be like, hey, this is my idea. How do I execute it? That makes sense. I don't understand patterns. I don't understand, silhouettes in that regard. What should I do?
I mean, I don't even think it's so much like being afraid to ask the girls. It's the fact that no one really thought of it. Like the girls are kind of looking around like to see like, oh, like I feel better about my look or I don't feel better about my look, but like no one's going out of their way to like help anymore, which I think, I mean, it's not RuPaul's best friend race, so it is what it is. On the third design challenge, I feel like you should be on your own.
I mean, we are getting halfway through the competition, so.
I mean, it is what it is. But the good thing about these design challenges is that not only are you getting the runway package, the runway package is the challenge. So, category is for our first group of looks is the punk grunge flappers for this Betsey Johnson collection, which, by the way, at the end, having them all come back out and like walk it with Betsey at the end was such a nice touch.
I loved that. I loved it.
It was so cute. Up first, we have Jewel Sparkles.
Okay, what did you think about in the? Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
The finger wave wig. The mug is perfect. It just wait. What did I think about what? Because I feel like it's gonna go into like what I'm gonna say.
Oh, what did you think about the thing in the workroom where she basically didn't know that velvet the patterns
because she stitched it like to go over the shoulder instead of around. So it was like one dark side, one light side, just because of like the texture of the velvet. And she's like, "Oh fuck." I don't know if she ended up just like changing the cut from like going over the shoulder and then like stitching it down the middle. I didn't notice it, but either way,
I didn't notice.
I wouldn't have fucking cared because the whole thing with a Betsey Johnson look is that more is more.
Yeah.
So when she's like trying to figure out the whole like first situation, she didn't have enough of just one. She chose all three. I like turned to be younger. I'm like, oh, that's so Betsey. Like having like every like type of texture and like having it look couture. Like the stole is my favorite part of this. The beading is perfect. The ruche is symmetrical this time. Like I love the high slit. It's just this feels like if The Great Gatsby had a rusical, which season 18 it might. You never know. I mean this in the best way. Like this is what
it makes me want to buy it. Like I want that.
Like this looks like I would like go to a murder mystery party and like look super vampy. Like this is true fashion. This is a Betsey Johnson look to a fucking T. Jewel Sparkles, you get your tens, girl. Up
toot.
Next,
super toot.
I would shoot this one.
Yeah. Oh, we're shooting
we'll
now.
Find out on Monday. So, I mean, Raja is also on the pit stop, but she wasn't getting into like toot boot shoot. So.
Oh, ooh, was she?
I mean, she had her Sauvignon Blanc. I don't know if she was gardening, but she was certainly watering the plants, if you know what I mean. Up next, we have Lydia Butthole Collins. Yeah, we're writing out the B this time because we've been saying butthole all fucking season long.
I know.
Let's just go with it. Now, the thing is, we always say, like, more is more with Betsey. The problem isn't so much that it's more, it's just the perspective. Like, I don't get a point of view that reads, like, Flapper or Betsey Johnson.
I get this is Lydia because even just the meshing of everything, all that fabric and going up the neck, like that's Lydia. The only thing that's Betsey in this is the cats that she murdered to put this little thing together. It just looks like dead cats on her arm, and I feel kind of bad.
You know what this look reminds me of? And I'm going to say this with like the most respect that I can. It looks like if Diabetes got ran over by a steamroller and this is what was left in its tracks.
Oh no, not Diabetes.
Which, Monet, did you pay her the $1,000? We need to know. She had the right lever. I mean, a stack is a stack, girl. But, I mean, it's just, I hate the way the ruching is bunching up. I don't like the beads going down. Like, I feel like it's too loose in the neckline. Like,
yeah.
I understand that girls are not body queens like they used to be anymore.
Mm-hmm.
But, like, some chicken cutlets or, like, maybe, like, the tiniest little bit of, like, a hip pad to give it a little bit of shape for it to rest on. It's a chop.
A chop?
Yep. In the words of Bob the Drag Queen, Mama, this is garbage.
That's really nicely put about garbage. I wouldn't say.
I mean, I come from a place where an hour away I could go and order a garbage plate to eat. So I'm not above a garbage plate.
I love a garbage plate. So many good memories.
When the hell were you in Rochester?
Because that's where my ex-girlfriend lived.
Oh. Well then, up next we have Susie Toot, who gravely disappointed me.
I didn't get this at all.
I got the punk and the grunge, but of all the people to like give us a flapper look, the bitch that's like doing 1920s drag didn't do it at all.
I think most the hair is what like really annoyed me about this whole look. Like, what if the hair was a little bit like the finger waves that she's known for?
Flapper look to me. This looks like it should be for the prom category.
That would have been really cool.
Like, if you were gonna give me Betsey Johnson doing a fucking flapper, I want like Susie Toot 80% with like some Betsey Johnson things to vamp it up. Like, this feels like an identity crisis. Like, we went from the 10 tap and toes of the Gettysburg Address to this.
Oh, I like the things on the legs. Are those boots? I don't know.
Like the boot
leg covers.
It's just not reading flapper to me.
No.
Like, sure, punk and grunge, but I mean, you could say that for almost anything in Betsey's category. I still wanted to have like the actual look of like 20s fashion, but just like maximalist. This is not that.
Yeah, it's not.
Yeah, like this seems like you're auditioning for like 16 Candles off Broadway.
off Broadway.
Yeah.
In the back alley.
No, it's a non-union tour. Non-union equity tour.
Oh.
I mean, that brings us to our next category, which is Betsey's prom. Up first, we have Corey Scott King. Mama, this is garbage.
This is not as bad as the shopping bags.
No, it's not. Nothing has come close to Lala Ree's look. No,
right.
I take that back. Joella's mattress look has come close to Lala Ree's. This, I mean, I will commend Corey on actually hiding the body in this look. The cheap bird look from the Monopulence Challenge was objectively better.
Right.
And also more 80s prom.
Honestly, yeah. The unfinished hem was giving. I'm trying to think the strawberry shortcake. There was like a little pillow that you could change out the pillow cover. This is the end of the hem of the pillow cover.
Like, my thing is, I understand that, like, she cut up a long gown from, like, that into, like, a mini dress, but why does it look like it's a satin beauty blender?
Satin beauty blender. Oh. Do you hear this?
I sure do.
The slaughtering of children outside.
I mean, I don't see Corey walking children in nature in this look. I mean, the way that it's cut, like, no one would wear this to prom.
No one would
And, like,
wear this to
anybody with
bed.
eyes would also not wear it to the club. It's just not good.
It's not even giving nighty. It's not even. And like the thing that I also hate is why are the straps white?
Why are the straps white, and why does the bow also not cover, like, where the bra is? Like,
And why are we seeing the breastplate yet again?
no, I mean, I didn't see it in the front. Like, on the
Oh.
back, I didn't see it at all. Like, unless it's just like a front breastplate and, like, the straps are, like, mimicking a bra.
Maybe.
I don't know. 'Cause
No,
I've-
but
I mean,
definitely on the
Plastic Tiara does
side.
that, so
Definitely on the side.
I don't know. It just, no.
No.
On your nerve.
The bows
disappointing.
take me out. Like they look like Pin the Tail on the donkey.
You just lose her shape with all the bows. Like, you
Mhm.
don't see Anya's silhouette at all. I don't like the bright pink wig. Like, she looks like if someone gifted a bottle of Pepto-Bismol during a white elephant game.
Oh my gosh. It gives me a stomach ache. It really does. It's
It looks like Lil' Kim on an LSD trip.
Oh, don't give LSD a bad name.
Yeah, no, I mean, it's time to rock and roll this look into the garbage can. It's no. Anya, we love you, but this was not your best week. But it's okay. It's okay. You've had so many other excellent weeks that it's okay to be in the bottom ones.
Mm-hmm.
I know a thing or two about that. Up next, we have Lana Jarre.
How come?
Honestly, of the category, hers was the most successful.
And it's by the person who never actually went to fucking prom.
Lana Jarre did not go to prom because of COVID-19.
Fetus behavior.
Let that
Baby.
sink in. Not because she didn't want to go to prom. Not because she wasn't asked to prom. Because of quarantine restrictions.
I suddenly feel very old.
Mr. Stark, I don't feel so good.
God. See, I'm thinking the scene in Freaky Friday.
Oh, God.
I
I haven't watched Freaky Friday in forever.
I try to watch that movie at least once a year. It humbles me.
I mean, The Ultimate is also just a very good song.
Mm-hmm. It really
Shout
is.
out Lindsay Lohan and Jamie Lee Curtis, Queens.
I mean, they're gonna do a two, so
Fingers crossed it's good. But I mean, like, as far as Lana looks, this one's one of my favorites because I feel like it actually does feel like something like I could have seen, like, if they had a prom episode of The Cosby Show. I like that she had a little corsage on her wrist and everything, too, to, like, add to it. The little train is cute.
yeah.
It does look very 80s and dancey. I love the big hair. I like the bow and her hair as well. I think it's a fine look. It's not, like, anything where this category was set up to be, like, as blowing away as, like, some of the other two were. But, I mean, for
Yeah.
a safe look, it's a higher safe look.
And here's the thing, I didn't like her mug in this. I didn't think that her makeup was executed in a way that would, I don't know.
It didn't match the era.
It didn't match. Yeah, that's where I think the disconnect is happening. It didn't feel like it matched.
Like, I want the saturation turned up more. I want like more bright colors. Like, it feels like
Mhm.
just having a little bit of white and like a tiny bit of pink. I don't know. You could have done like a very bold pink. You could have done red. You could have done blues. Like,
Oh.
the whole thing with 80s makeup is that you're putting that shit on.
Mm-hmm. And you're
Like-
painting for the back row, the person across the street. That's what we're painting for.
I mean, in the 80s, hell, it wasn't even just like for the back row. You're paying for the Jesus seats.
The Jesus seats.
Yeah.
Oh.
I mean, I'm not mad at lingerie. This is a good week for her.
Mm-hmm.
Up next, we have the final category, prenup. So think counter bride. Up first, Ariadne.
Oh.
If there's one thing this bitch is gonna do, is sew.
Going from the other category of the non-sewers to this, my Lord Jesus Christ. This was so sensual and sexy, but fun, which I think is perfect.
And I talk about like how I wanted people to do like tuxedo stuff. This is
Mhm.
like the perfect blend of masculine and feminine with like doing a counter bride look, because you still have like the elements with like the bow tie and like the black.
Mhm.
It fits beautifully. I love the beat, like the stoning that she has on it. It's very structured. Like the tiny like up like short like but voluminous wig, like the little
Mhm.
veil. Like it looks like there's a tuxedo train in the back. It's just Ariadne can make a fucking garment.
Yeah.
Not much else needs to be said. It's good. It's really
I mean,
good.
she's not funny, but at least she knows how to sew.
Again, great gowns, beautiful gowns.
Oh, ain't that the truth?
I mean, you got to stick with what we know.
Mm-hmm.
Up next, Sam Starr.
It is costume, and not.
This
not a
looks
good
like
way.
80s school spirit day.
Oh, did you like those school spirit days?
Depending on the day, yes. Like certain ones just were never successful for me because I was also like a pudgy kid that didn't know fashion. So,
I mean,
and also broke.
I was about to say I was poor, so a lot of mine were,
I mean, again, put in the porn
bed sheets.
Nothing
Yeah.
new to me. I mean, it feels like this is just like someone like this is like the Hillary Duff and Haley Duff version of Material Girl, not the Madonna version.
Oh no.
It's just the ride me on the waist. Just like really. It's just Sam has had so many good looks that this one just fell flat. She's like, oh.
I couldn't read the letters, to be honest.
Well, the whole backstory is like because for her wedding, her husband's a bottom.
Oh. That's why she said that. I was like, okay, I don't get it.
It's fine. It's fine.
Listen, I never said I was smart.
It feels like I don't know. It's okay. It feels like it's very much of like old school Degrassi, like going like eloping because of teen pregnancy.
Oh my god.
It is. What it is. But I mean, last but certainly not least, we have Lexi Love, bitch.
Oh,
This veil, this like full like head to toe veil, like the dress underneath it, the legs, the hair. It's just everything.
she
about it
hadn't
is
even-
beautiful.
right. If she even hadn't done the veil and just had the A-line, body dress with the ribbons tied up on her legs, big bow on her head, cute. Love that. But adding the veil, like
The veil
like a
completes it to me.
mosquito net.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Stunning. I want that.
Yeah.
I think I would get less people talking to me.
Like the
Yeah.
movement and the garment as well too. Like this actually looks like
Yes.
if Betsey Johnson was doing bridal, I could see this.
Oh, could she please? Because I would get married again.
Yeah.
I would.
Yeah, like this, I mean this in the best way. Like this is like if the bride was selling the wedding night tape on OnlyFans in the best way. Like, no, it's very much like it's beautiful, it's gorgeous, but it's also like I'd hit it.
Mm-hmm.
So, and there you have it. So rounds out our collection. Your favorite looks of the week, Collins?
I mean, obviously Jules, Sparkles, and Lexi are just they captured my attention, but Ariette's attention to detail was so good that any of those three could have won, and I'd be like, yeah, makes sense.
I actually thought we were going to get a double win this week.
Oh,
So, I mean, I will just say straight up, I think the tops and the bottoms are completely correct. So, in the top
Yes.
three, we had Jules Sparkles, Ariette, and Lexi Love. And in the bottom
Mhm.
three, we had Corey King, Lydia Butthole Collins, and Anya Nerve, which totally makes sense to me.
Mhm.
I could have totally seen a double win between Jules and Lexi.
Yeah.
And that's not anything against Ariette. I think Ariette had a beautiful garment, but also I don't think she needed a design win the same way that Jules or Lexi did.
Mm-hmm.
Because we've come to expect that from Ariette, where it's just like an excellent look. I mean, we saw that ball package. Like, no one had any doubt that Ariette was going to turn a look. But Jules and Lexi really were hungry for that win. I would have gave it to both, split the money. Like, it's such a, like, not to be kumbaya, but like, if you were going to have more than one winner for a challenge, this is the one to do it on.
Yeah, I agree.
And in the bottom two, we have our star-crossed lovers. We have Corey King and Lydia Butthole Collins. Do you agree?
No.
Really?
I think Anya should have been in the bottom. Corey King absolutely should have been sent home. But I thought that Anya was... here's the thing. I feel like if we are looking at who paid attention to the challenge, who got the maximalist portion, I think that Anya Nerve didn't have taste, which should be bottom two behavior. I think that Lydia was in the same genre as Betsey Johnson. While it wasn't executed the best, I didn't like Anya Nerve's... I don't know. I just didn't like Anya Nerve so much because I hold her in such a high pedestal.
Now,
What I
do you
mean?
think
Like,
it's
I don't know. That...
But I mean, like, I feel like the thing with me with Lydia's look is like, yeah, like maximalism too, but like, at what point does it become so distracting that you can't enjoy it? Because I feel like I don't know what the hell I'm looking at when I'm looking at Lydia's, whereas Anya's like, I'm looking at it like, okay, objectively, I just don't like it. Which like,
Yeah.
I totally get. And then I feel like also you have like the factors of like, maybe they're considering track record. And more importantly, production loves a storyline. And we haven't had a good showmance like this in a minute. So, I mean, I kind of clocked it like when they were still working on the stuff in the workroom, just like, oh no,
Yeah.
I feel like we're getting star-crossed lovers lip syncing. So we do get the lip sync of Lydia Butthole Collins versus Corey King to Kiss Me Deadly by Lita Ford, which was a very fun 80s song. I was saying, like, watch it be something like Love is a Battlefield by Pat Benatar or something. this is a very good close, like, second as far as, like, fitting for, like, these two lip syncing for their lives. So, your thoughts on the lip sync, Collins?
I thought... So here's the thing. I think that Corey King knew the song, like, okay, so there's elements like with learning the lyrics of a song. You can learn the lyrics of the song and do a lip sync, and that'll be fine. You can shake your ass, you can do whatever.
Mm-hmm.
This song is one of those things that has so many different nuances that if you don't know what you're saying, how are you even going to have a performance that's entertaining?
Exactly.
Your lips are moving, but do you know what you're saying? And I liked the song, and there was a point when Corey King pointed to Rue during the song that I was like, oh, Corey Stain.
Yeah.
But
I mean, it was a battle though for me because I feel like Lydia was trying her damnedest. Because I mean, objectively, I feel like Corey is a tighter lip syncer than Lydia.
Yeah.
However, I feel like Lydia, knowing like the energy of the song, like, yeah, she might not have pointed at that point with the lyrics, but like she was keeping up with like the vampiness of like the 80s rock and just like letting it all hang out quite literally. And then we get to like the climax of the lip sync where they just start making out.
I know. Which I don't think I've ever seen it. Well, never mind.
No, I mean, we've seen like
We've seen
sensual stuff like Carmen Carrera and Raja during Straight Up, where it's just like a strip tease.
Yeah.
The lipstick on the shoulder is forever iconic. And also, Carmen Carrera, the woman that you are, bitch, you look phenomenal these days.
I know.
Like, what's up with the Ru girls having like transitions to look better than so many
Younger.
straight, like cishet women? Like, what the fuck? The dolls be dollin'.
I know. I think forever Carmen Carrera is a transcending beauty that will never be matched. But yeah, that's straight up. Now and in my rewatch of Raja's season, I haven't gotten to that episode yet, but because
Did you get to Alexis to knock on wood?
Oh yeah.
That fucking jump. Every time.
What? And you're like,
the
oh,
High School Musical of it all.
But from what I remember of that episode, isn't Carmen Carrera basically like naked? Like,
yeah,
nude illusion, completely naked.
Oh no,
So I
it
think-
wasn't an illusion.
Oh, she was naked.
Yeah.
Okay. Fantastic.
Mhm.
So of all the kisses and sensual moments during a lip sync, having them kiss was, I don't know, it felt genuine, but it also felt like this was their moment.
Yeah, it was also like their kiss
gagged.
goodbye in the
Mhm.
competition, quite literally. But like, you also think about the fact they're literally still fucking dating today. Like, I feel like that was the thing that kind of took them to the next level of
Mhm.
their relationship.
Relationship
Has
leave.
anyone ever said
Goodbye.
the phrase relationship
I'm
before? Forget a showmance, it's a relationship, bitch.
relationship. I'm dead. This is my ghost.
Meanwhile, I'm over here, the single Pringle I am, so I can't relate.
Sorry about it.
Yeah, that'll be a clip for Bobby for the socials, so you know. But I mean,
No.
ultimately, it is Lydia Butthole Collins who shantays and stays, and we do see Corey King and her cup that she has shaken in her hand sashaying away. Which, honestly, coming into the competition, Corey King. What?
That was so funny.
Yeah, no, but it's like coming into the competition, Corey King was the only girl I knew going in because I've seen her on socials and she's fucking hysterical. As we've seen her throughout the season offline, like doing her cameo shit, still fucking hysterical. Like, her energy was great for the show. It just felt like things in the competition were just not made for her to win. Which, it is what it is. But, like, I'm going to miss her personality on the show.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be a little boring. I think they need some friction. Let's go.
I mean, we're going to get into the villains roast next week. So, like, the friction's going to be who's actually fucking funny. Which is kind of fucked up because I feel like Corey could have done, like, well in a comedy challenge like that.
Yeah,
Where
I
she's in
mean,
charge of the
easy
material.
targets.
So, I
No.
don't know. But yes, no, next week it's the villains roast. So we have Candy Muse, Mistress Isabel Brooks, and Plain Jane getting roasted.
I mean, again, easy targets.
And that's just
Bullseye.
Mistress.
I thought you were gonna say Candy Muse.
No, Candy's gotten a little bit more svelte over the years.
That's fair.
Yeah.
I
no
mean-
sugar-free Candy Muse.
She did phenomenal on House of Villains.
Yes,
In my
she fucking
opinion,
did.
so.
I want Candy Muse on Traitors season 4.
Yes. Oh my god.
God, I forgot who it was. I think it was Saphira Crystal was saying like how World of Wonder should like make their own drag queen version of the Traitors. And I literally quote tweeted it saying, "Wow Presents Plus now proudly presents Trait Herses."
She already done has hers is.
Yes, so we will see what comes of that. But I mean,
That would be so shady. What if it was like challenges similar to Traitors?
I feel
with,
like
like,
that's the way you get more drag queens to do it, because I feel like Trixie and Katya wouldn't do it like for real just because of like them
Mhm.
being like fish out of water.
mhm.
This is a way to get like good personalities, but also like within the Drag Race family.
Mhm.
And whether keep it on Wild Plus or if you actually like pitch it to like a streaming service, kind of like how Queen of the Universe was for Paramount Plus, I'm sure it'll do well.
would be fantastic. I mean, obviously LaRoche would have some sort of
Oh God, Law Roach hosting like a drag queen version of Traders would be so fucking sickening. But also like Law Roach is shady boots, so it'd either be Law Roach hosting or T.S. Madison.
oh
No. T.S. Madison's gonna compete.
oh oh. Where do I where's the Kickstarter?
Yeah, where's the Indiegogo for this?
Yeah. Oh.
But yes, another week has gone by in season 17 of RuPaul's Drag Race. Gosh, we're like getting close. We have what, 6 episodes left to the finale. We're in March now. We've been doing this for 2 months. Do you believe this?
That's what I was saying. I feel like by this point. Oh.
Gosh, but I mean, in other non-Drag Race related news, Collins, what's going on in your world?
Everything and all the things. I stream Thursdays through Mondays. So I'm here, as mentioned, on Thursdays talking about Ring of Honor. So if you want to catch up on Ring of Honor or you don't want to watch at all, come there and you'll actually probably get more information.
I can neither confirm nor deny that I can get my Auto Club subscription. I could also neither confirm nor deny that I will do everything in my power to distract said hosts of On a Ramble with side tangents.
Please do.
Not like we really need much help with that.
I mean, we went 2.5 hours Thursday for an hour-long show.
Yeah.
We did not stay on topic multiple times. Fridays, I'm on my own channel. We are doing Collins on the Rocks. I've been a little bit absent this week, mostly because the mental health is so much.
Life is life, y'all.
Life is life and kicking you in the butt, man. But we are jumping right back into it in March. We have Kylie joining us next
Yay.
week. So if you like us on Sundays for Wrestling Made Me Cry over on Fightful Overbooked, we get to have that basically, but after dark, which is
So one from
I'm
Wrestling Made Me
excited.
Cry to Wrestling Made Me Drink. It surely fucking
Thursday
does. It
on
surely fucking does.
And then I'm back on OLE on Mondays for Women's Classic Wrestling. We are starting season 2 of the Mae Young Classic, so you're going to want to join us there. It's not too late. It's still on Peacock for hopefully forever. Stay on
Honestly,
Peacock.
international people or just Americans, y'all can toggle your VPN over to Canada and something. You also get WWE on Netflix. So that's honestly what I do for Monday Night Raw, because you also get like the no commercials and you get all those extra like promo segments.
Oh,
So if you have a VPN, toggle it to Canada, boot up the Netflix, and bada boom.
there you
Which
go.
also Netflix. Give us I like to watch WWE Raw, please. I need Trixie and Katya watching fucking Rhea Ripley and dreaming over Rhea Ripley, because like they will.
To be honest, I'm ready for it. I'm ready for my two mothers to be acquainted with mommy.
Wait, you know what? I have a deep cut for you. Do you remember like when they had the Viceland show, the Trixie and Katya show?
Yes.
But when Katya was like batshit crazy, so Bob was filling in.
Yeah.
They had like the segment of like things that make us go, and one of them was on fucking New Japan. Like they had Bob and Trixie turning up for New Japan. I don't know if it's because it was also on Vice at the time, but like, I shit you not. You can find this.
I'm gonna.
Like this is like the drag equivalent of Sabrina Carpenter wearing a Young Bucks t-shirt.
Shit.
Like, no, like you need to acquaint yourself with that. And then also, I've been slacking on my own shit. So, I mean, like, I am working on a second channel. I feel like this past month has kind of kicked my ass. So, like, For the foreseeable future, always Saturdays here at 3 p.m. Eastern, 12 p.m. Pacific for the Mother Tucking Post Show. When I get my shit together, Jose in the Air on the socials will tell you where my shit is going to be. All I'm going to say is if y'all want to just start following on TikTok and on YouTube at Jose on a Whim, that's all I'm going to say.
Oh.
Like, we're going to see some non-wrestling stuff that can live over there. So if y'all like mayhem and foolishness and you like me, go follow over there. But as always, follow OLE. I mean, shows damn near daily. Talking about everything from sports to drag to wrestling to comics to horror. Like, there is something to fill your cup up with. So, I mean, if you want to give your cup a shake and drink the OLE tea, I mean, our local establishment on here, on Facebook, on TikTok, OLE Podcast on YouTube, on Twitch, obviously, as well. OLE Podcast, Instagram, Threads, Twitter, Blue Sky. Like, y'all, make sure you're liking, make sure you're commenting, sharing, subscribing. Love Night found a podcast that had Bob the Drag Queen as a guest with the title Pro Wrestling. What?
Bitch.
Also, on Very Delta this week, Cornbread the Snack Jete talking about how Rey Mysterio is her favorite wrestler and how she wants to do a fucking 619 and tag team with Silky Nutmeg Ganache. Also, Heidi in Closet, girl, we need to talk wrestling with you. I need to know if you're watching Elimination Chamber because I haven't kept up with you since, like, God, what was it? Was it Bash in Berlin, or like was it fucking Bad Blood? One of those two shows. But we need the girls to talk wrestling with us and talk drag with us.
Okay.
Lord knows we are not the authority. We will let y'all be the authority, and we'll just
do whatever you want. Yeah.
if you know, you know. But I mean, as always, we will see you guys next Saturday for another episode of the Mother Tucking Post Show. So until then, take care, everybody. Wash your ass. If you're watching Elimination Chamber tonight, enjoy it. If you're not, enjoy whatever is left of your Saturday, whether it's later on the East Coast, earlier on the West Coast, and just get your life. Bye, everybody.